Good morning, beloveds. So I had a thought on why time is an illusion. Because this week has gone by fairly quickly, but each day has been really long. So I'm just like, that doesn't make sense. The week went by quick. Like, how is it already Friday? But like yesterday took forever. And then a couple of days ago, when the memory of my graduation popped up, again, it feels like it was just yesterday that I graduated, but it also feels like forever ago. So time is definitely an illusion. I don't know. I'm not really awake this morning. It was somewhat cool this morning. Rita's standing in the hallway staring at me. I don't think she's decided whether she's going to come in or not. I got aggressively snuggled by Foster yesterday. I was laying on the couch and kind of in a semi-reclined position, and he gets up on my shoulder and then kind of melts down my chest, and I'm just like, wow, this is really comfortable. But hey, he loves me, so it's cats. Life with cats. I don't know. So anyway, it's June 12th. It's June 12th. Which I did see an interesting memory pop across my Facebook. If there's any question about my speaking ability, 20 years ago today, I kissed the Blarney Stone in Ireland. So, thought that was an interesting memory. And then I had another one. Again, this time being weird. How was my trip to Ireland 20 years ago? But another one that I saw was that 2 years ago today is when my Fitbit went, oh, you're running. Even though I'd been doing it for like 6 months. And it doesn't feel like I've been running for 2.5 years, but it also feels like I've been running for much longer. So time really is an illusion. Ernest says that a lot though. So, let's see what, Rita did come in, by the way. She may make an appearance here in a minute. She's now on the couch next to me. You gonna come up and say hi? As soon as I start reading, she'll be up here. So, June 12th. Right action is operating in my life now. Right action means that every legitimate and constructive purpose I have in mind will be successfully executed. It means that I will know what to do, how to think, how to act, how to proceed. I definitely declare that since my word is in accord with the divine nature, it actually is the law of God in my experience enforcing itself. Hence, there is nothing in me or around me that can limit this word. The power of this law is with me, and the action that results from this power produces harmony, peace, joy, and success. I know that in this consciousness of reality, okay, I'm going to start over. Well, not this paragraph. I know that in this consciousness of reality is the supply for my every need, physical, mental, or spiritual. And I accept that supply in deepest gratitude. I am thankful that this is the way life fulfills my needs, through the doorway of my inner self, and I am thankful that I know how to use this perfect law. I come to this great fountain of supply in the very center of my being to absorb that for which I have need mentally and physically, and I am filled with the sense of reality of that which I desire. As I am filled with reality, I permit it to flow into my world of thought and action, knowing that it brings peace and harmony and order all around me. there arises within me limitless faith in the unconquerable presence, the perfect law, and divine action. Okay. So, in for and I don't know the timeline exactly, but as with many, and I'm going to use the word religions, even though we're not really a religion, we are a spiritual teacher. As with in many religions, when one person starts it, if he doesn't name a definite successor, it can fracture. And so we actually split Science of Mind split into two branches. We had the same founder and the same basic teaching, the same core principles. We had a few differences, one of them being how ministers are trained, and another one of them being how many steps we used in treatment. And I find it interesting that in reading July, I'm seeing the other, because the branch that I was taught in, we use the 5 steps of treatment. As soon as I mention it, then I can't name the 5 steps. How crazy does that make me? Recognition, unification, realization, thanksgiving, release. Okay. And in the other branch, they include denial and then a step, and I can't remember exactly what it's called, but it's a step of basically, I'm going to use argumentative, and that's kind of what it sounds like he's doing in here. It's that lawyer presenting a case to you where, okay, so this is what you want and this is why you should have it. And so he's not using the denial in this one, but he's using that argumentative step of talking you into your realization. That's exactly what it sounds like today. I'm going to have to go back and find out what that other step is called, because I'm not doing my training justice. But again, when I went to school, the 2 branches were just coming back together, and so I only have a passing reference with the other 2 steps. So that's what it sounds like he's doing today. Right action means that every legitimate and constructive purpose. I like how he uses both the legitimate and the constructive. So he's reminding you that not every passing fancy, and also the beneficial. If spirit is good, and spirit wants good, then it's going to be the constructive. Now, the law doesn't judge. Remember that. The law does not judge. And I'm not going to say spirit does either, because spirit doesn't judge. But the trend is towards good. So, legitimate and constructive purpose I have in mind will be successfully executed. That's what right action means. It means that I will know what to do, how to think, how to act, how to proceed. So when I am focused on right action, when I'm focused on legitimate and constructive purpose, then what I need will filter into me. It will come to me in all of the ways that spirit can get to me, coming through me, and outside resources will come to me. It's like when I open my mouth to pray, I trust that the right words will be there. I definitely declare that since my word is in accord with the divine nature, that's very important to be. If we're not following the divine nature, then we're fighting against it, and that's not going to get us anywhere. So I definitely declare that since my word is in accord with the divine nature, it actually is the law of God in my experience, enforcing itself. Hence, there is nothing in me or around me that can limit this word. So, as long as I am in accord with divine nature, I am following my divine nature and the nature of spirit, God, whatever you want to call it, then there's nothing that can get in the way. There's nothing that can get in the way. The power of this law is with me, and the action that results from this power produces harmony, peace, joy, and success. So if that's our end result, harmony, peace, joy, and success, we're going to get there. Now, we are mortal, time-bound creatures. It may not be instantaneous for us, but we'll get there. We will get there. And that's where faith comes in. We have to have faith. I will know the right thing to do. I will have all of the resources that I need to do it. I will get there because the divine, oh, what is that word? It'll come to me. The flow is, the trend is that way anyway. And so I am helping it along. This is my role, is to grease those wheels so that we get there. Harmony, peace, joy, and success. I know that in this consciousness of reality, consciousness, back to that word. I know that in this consciousness of reality is the supply for my every need, physical, mental, and spirit or spiritual. I think right there, he's just saying right there, whatever it is that you need, be it physical need, mental need, or spiritual need, come to me and ask. Well, Ernest isn't saying that. Ernest is saying that Spirit says that. Let me try that again. So if you have a physical need, if you have a mental need, if you have a spiritual need, go to Spirit and ask. That old saying, and then there's a reason it's an old saying, if you don't ask, the answer is always no. You can ask Spirit for anything. You can ask Spirit for anything. It's just like when I was talking to, she was in prac training, and she was like, well, everything's good. You don't have to go to a practitioner if something's wrong. You can go to a practitioner if everything is right and you just want to affirm the good in your life. We love to pray when things are going well for them to continue. So, you can bring that. It's like, stay prayed up, pray when things are good. And pray, gratitude, because that's exactly where he's going right now. I accept that supply in deepest gratitude. That's where he's going. In deepest gratitude. I am thankful that this is the way life fulfills my need through the doorway of my inner self, and I am thankful that I know how to use this perfect law. The most powerful power in the universe is love, and that is what gratitude is. So when we are thankful, when we are grateful, more comes to us because we see more reasons to be thankful and grateful. The doorway of my inner self. Okay. I come to this great fountain of supply at the very center of my being to absorb that for which I have need, mentally, physically, and I am filled with the sense of reality of that which I desire. So that's what Jesse is talking about, is when he talks about that that place where nothing is ever wrong, that place where everything is perfect. So we go to that fountain of supply, and we sit and we fill up, and we fill up, because we can't stay there. Otherwise, nothing would get done in this in the material realm. If we stayed there all the time, nothing would get done. We go there, we fill up our buckets, or connect our hoses, and then we come back into this world and move our feet and do what needs to be done, knowing that we have brought what we need back from that place where nothing has ever been wrong, that place of Spirit. Okay. As I am filled with reality, I permit it to flow into my world of thought and action. That's why I said connect the hose. So I am filled with the reality with the capital R, that place where nothing has ever been wrong. I am filled with it. And I let it flow into me, and then I let it flow through me into my actions, into my words, into my deeds, into everything I do, so that as I encounter people, it flows through me into them. Knowing that it brings peace and harmony and order all around me. When I'm a nicer person to people, people tend to be nicer to me. My job is to be a calm in the storm. Am I always? No, but it's something that I work at. And when I am calm, then typically people around me tend to be calmer. Anytime we had a power out at work, everybody immediately looked at me, because I'm like, I can handle this. And so if I'm calm, then everybody around me goes, okay, we got this, we can handle it. If Lisa's calm, we can handle this. I'm not saying that if I freak out that everybody's going to freak out, but you know, they're better than that. There arises within me limitless faith in the unconquerable presence, the perfect law, and divine action. So your mission, should you choose to accept it today, is to allow that limitless faith to arise within you of that unconquerable presence, the perfect law, and the divine action. Knowing that when it is time, you will know what to do, how to think, how to act, and how to proceed. All right. It is Friday. I have one day of work, and then tomorrow is squirrels. We're going to try peanuts with the squirrels, so that should be fun. So I will be back with you around 9 a.m., but I may be running a little late depending on how much fun we have with the squirrels tomorrow. It's a little cool this morning here, so I encourage you to do something loving for yourself, do something kind for yourself, do something compassionate for yourself. Open your windows, go get some fresh air, get some movement in, do what you need to do to make today wonderful. All right? Reverend David will be on with you later today, sometime around 5. It's always an adventure on figuring out what time he was on. And I'll be back with you tomorrow after I go for a run in the park and feed the squirrels. Bye, beloveds.